Alright, so today we're going to learn how to use algebra tiles to solve 1- and 2-step equations. So our learning objectives for this lesson video are to utilize the properties of equality to justify as they solve equations and communicate ideas on how to solve multi-step equations. And we're going to want to defend our position of why we chose to do the operations that we did. So let's look at a couple examples. So our first example is going to be negative x over 8 plus 1 is equal to 2. So let's go ahead and represent that equation in algebra tiles. We can also rewrite this equation to get x over 8, negative 8, plus 1 is equal to 2. Let it focus for a minute. Alright, so let's represent this. We'll have a positive x over 8. We're going to make these 8 pieces negative. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to plus 1, so it would be plus 1 tile. And remember, this is all one fraction. Plus 1 tile is equal to 2. And these are both positive since it's a positive 2. So our first step when we're doing reverse GEMDAS, and remember GEMDAS is G for grouping symbols, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Alright, so that's GEMDAS. So we're going to want to keep that in mind when we're solving these equations. Alright, so our first, do we have any subtraction going on in our problem? No. But we do have addition. So we're going to go ahead and take care of that. We do the opposite. So the opposite of addition is subtraction. So we're going to want to minus 1 here and minus 1 here. So if we do that, these two will take away. We will take away those two as they cancel each other out. Okay, so we're left with 1x over negative 8 is equal to 1. So do we have any division happening? Of course, we're dividing by this negative 8. So the opposite of division is multiplication. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We want to get x by itself, so we're going to want to multiply by negative 8. So we'll do the multiplication symbol and have 2, 4, 6, 8. So we'll multiply on 8 on this side of the equation, so it cancels these two out. We're also going to multiply by negative 8 on this side. I'm going to represent it with these same tiles here because I ran out of algebra tiles. So we'll take this 8 and we'll move them to this side as well. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8 that we're multiplying here. Okay? So this negative 8 here, they cancel out, so these go away. And we'll rewrite it. So I'll have 1x is equal to 1 times negative 8 is just negative 8. So we'll take the 1 away and we'll drop this negative 8 down. So there we are. We have x by itself with a ghostly 1 in front of it. So we have x is equal to 2, 4, 6, 8. So we can write our answer as x is equal to 8. And we can go back and solve this if we wanted to. So let's plug this in. If we have negative 8 divided by 2, 4, 6, 8. Plus 1 is equal to 2. 2. Alright? So what happens when we divide by, when we have a negative divided by a negative, if we remember our tic-tac-toe chart? So if we have a positive and a negative, it's going to be a negative. If we have a negative and a positive, it's going to be a negative. And if we have two negatives, that makes a positive. So we're dividing by two negatives, so we have two negatives, so it's going to be a positive 1, because we have negative 8 divided by negative 8. So we're going to take these away, and it's going to be a positive 1. Plus 1 is equal to 2. 1 plus 1, we've got 2, is equal to 2. Our answer is correct, and so we are done with this problem. Okay. Now we're going to switch to the back and do something a little more difficult. Extend our knowledge, if you will. We have this word problem. So it reads, Miss Carter buys 3 donuts and 2 scones. Let's focus up a little bit here. Wait. All right. She paid $14 for everything. So she paid $14 for 3 donuts and 2 scones. If Miss Carter paid $2 for each donut, what is the price of each scone? Alright, so let's go ahead and write our important information. So we have 3 donuts. I'm going to use the variable d. And 2 scones. So I'm going to use 2s. Okay. She paid $14 in everything. So we're going to say that equals 14. So we're going to say this equals 14. So we have 3 donuts plus 2 scones is equal to 14. So do we know the information of what D equals? Yes, we do. We find here that she paid $2 for each donut. So we know that 3 times 2 positive 2 is equal to 6. So 2, 4, 6. All right. So we know that 3D is equal to 3 times 2, which is equal to 6. So this makes our equation 6 plus 2s is equal to 14. So let's use our algebra tiles to represent this. So I have, let's see. So I've got the 6 here already. We'll move it down here. So I have 6 plus 2s. So we have positive 2. So we're going to use 2 long, thin tiles to represent our variables. We have 2 of them because it's 2s, which is equal to 14. So this is a positive 14, so we're going to have 14 small pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, almost there, 13, 14. Alrighty. So we have our tiles, and we have our equation. So let's solve. So we have positive 6 plus 2s is equal to 14. We get rid of this by using, remember, if we have a positive, our inverse is a negative. So we're going to subtract 6 from both sides. So 2, 4, 6. And we're going to do that on the other side as well. So 2, 4, 6. That means 6, positive 6 minus 6 is 0, so these go away. And then we have 14 minus 6, which is 8. So we're going to take the 6 away, and we're going to take 6 away from our positive. So we'll have 2s is equal to 8. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So how do we solve? We're going to, since we have 2 of these, I want to have just 1. So we're going to half it. We're going to divide by 2. Because the coefficient, there's 2 of these, so we need to divide by 2. We're going to represent that 2 using 2 small tiles. And it's a positive 2 because these are both positive. So we're going to divide by 2 on this side as well. Okay. So 2s divided by 2 is 1s. So these go away. And we have 8 divided by 2, which is multiplying by a half. So the 2's go away, and we take away half. So we end up with the equation s is equal to 4. So s is equal to 4. Now we can go back and check our answer. So if we have 6 tiles, 4, 5, 6. Plus 2 times 4, which we have right here, is equal to, so we have 6 times, so we have 2 times 4, which will be 8. we can represent this down here. These two go away, and we drop down. And how many tiles do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we end up with 14 equals to 14. So our answer is correct. And that is how we model solving 1- and 2-step equations with algebra tiles.